Hey guys, what's up everyone? Welcome to Young Titan World. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Today we're going to be talking about one particular TV show, and that we've already talked about it before, but this time we're in a different season, and a different season comes with different character developments that I'm always interested to share with you. We're going to be talking about none other than the originals. Now, the originals started off with we having Niklaus as this rogue, crazy, reckless, and insanely powerful being that would always stab his siblings in the back because he didn't want them to get their hearts broken. So by some twisted sense of love and affection for his peer siblings, he decides to put daggers inside their hearts and put them in coffins for an irregular amount of time. Now, with that was season 1 Niklaus, and his brother was always on this path to redeeming him, trying to understand his pain and trying to absolve him of it. As we go on with these seasons, we realize that Elijah himself is not exactly doing it out of the goodness of his heart, but he blames himself for the path that Niklaus found himself in. Now, every single person here has their own tropes, or they have their own parts that makes them what they are. Their history created them, and now they're always on the offensive. Currently, in Season 3, we realize that the family of the Michelsons have lost so much and so many people that it's kind of hard to consider them as a family that is worth fighting for, because the peace is kind of non-existent. It's not really there because they have made so many enemies across time because of all of the horrible decisions that they've made. And it's kind of like it's necessary, because if you were in that situation where you're running away from your bloodthirsty, crazy dad who's trying to kill you, you kind of don't really make great choices, do you? But now it's like they want to stand and face it, but, everything is just falling apart. So we end season 3 because with Niklaus losing Davina, which he didn't really much care about. He loses Cammy, who's supposed to be the love of his life. He loses her, and that's probably the one. I think it's the last straw that breaks the camel's back for him, because it doesn't seem like he's his dominant and overpowered crazy, reckless self anymore, because he just feels like he's had enough of all of the drama that has ensued just because he had to make those decisions. With that, the trial that happened, Marcel being this all-powerful being that can actually take out a Michelson, everyone is basically being asked to toe the line, because they don't want to get onto the bad side of Marcel. And that's actually quite crazy, because Marcel was the one constant that seems to always show up in every TV show. He's always, every single time, a part of the entire thing. Whether he was in the background, whether he was in the middle of it, he always had a part to play. He was the one who actually told the father of those children, of Michelson's, where they were, and he was the one who sent him out to go kill them. And everything from the destruction to the building of New Orleans has been under Marcel's control the whole time, whether they choose to steal it away from him or not. He's always there. So letting him become such a powerful figure, or making him the constant that can eradicate the Michelsons, is just pretty much flawless on my account. And it's really great to actually see that now they are running away, not because of their dad, but because of him. Season 3 was very epic. It was very crazy. I did love every part of it. It did break my heart when they killed Davina more than it did Cammy, because as much as I'd love to say that, Cammy was really great, but the only person that Cammy benefited was Klaus, and that's because he wanted to smash. He liked her so much, so, the importance of Cammy only exists around the world of Niklaus and probably Vincent. Just probably Vincent. I'm not going to say much, they seem to talk things out, but I never really appreciated the bond that existed between them. Maybe I'm just psycho. But all in all, there are a lot of people that we lost. We also lost Cole. Cole died as a result. I mean, he didn't really die, but everyone was supposed to die. And then Niklaus saves the day, so it ends with something really weird. Niklaus actually doing the sacrificial kind of shit. Like most of the time he'd take the hard decisions and it would be at the expense of someone else. This time, the expense is on him. Like he's paying the full bill. And it's totally crazy and it's totally insane. But after he saves the day, they come back, they come and nab him to safety. And I'm actually quite curious as to what's going to happen now. Because it seems like their entire stage is in New Orleans. Their house, their cars, their freaking environments, where they have their street fights, where they go and hide, where magic doesn't work. Everything is changing. So maybe season 4 is going to be in an entirely different, an entire different place. Which I'm very interested in seeing or finding out. Or maybe there's going to be a reason why Marcel is going to want them to come back, which I'm guessing is the most obvious thing that will happen. Because, as far as I'm concerned, no one can ever really leave New Orleans. As far as I'm concerned, if you try to leave, you will come back, okay? That's what I've known. As long as you're part of the main cast, leaving is kind of very difficult. I mean, I know some have joined over time, but the constants can't really leave. Yes, they may be absent. They may be absent for a couple of episodes, but they always come back. Like Michael Afton, or what's his name? William? Michael? Yeah, he's just Mr. Afton, okay? Mr. Afton. Season 3 was amazing. It had a lot. And it took me a lot of time to build up the courage to watch it again because I don't know if you realized sometimes I fall off the wagon when it comes to going after these TV shows because a new one pops up every day. I mean, I downloaded the entire set of the originals way before Yu Yu Hakusho was even presented as a possible TV show that came from an anime. And still, I finished Yu Yu Hakusho before the originals. Now, that's not to say that the originals is too long or something. I mean, it's actually quite good. It's just that the immersive experience that you get from it can be a little bit crude. The kind of action and the kind of content that you're exposed to when you're watching the originals is not on the same level as you're watching something that is incredibly different because they really go all out in the blood, in the acting, because they get, I don't know if it's emotionally attached, but their lines are not ones that they can just give out without any sense of importance. It kind of like it comes with poetry of a certain sort where they have to mean these words when they're not like that. It's like, I've been a freaking vampire for 2,000 years and 2,000 years more. Do you think I have sympathy for your beautiful lives? It's kind of like they've got to put some oomph into it. And so it's a lot to take in, especially to try and see it from their perspective, which is a very difficult thing for me when I'm trying to appreciate every actor or at least every scene that I watch. It comes from a point where I want to understand how that feeling's like, and sometimes it just overrides my brain. So I just want to say thank you guys so much. Really do appreciate it. Sometimes I don't express how much 50K means to me because honestly, getting it, in a way, I feel numb to it. Sometimes I don't know exactly how I'm supposed to express it, but sometimes I feel numb to it. And when I feel numb to it, it kind of feels a little bit difficult. But I really do appreciate every single thing that happens. It comes as a result of being here or being a part of this whole thing. It's because of you guys. And I love you guys for it. What we have here. don't know if we're gonna be able to go. Sure. Just go.